Bolton finished last season with a whimper and a major humiliation at Wembley by Stoke. What chance them coming charging out of the blocks in the new campaign?
I think that would be an absolute dream scenario for Owan Coyle, but unfortunately the fixtures computer has given them a right old horrible set to start with. I mean, they start at QPR, but after that they have in succession Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal and Chelsea, which by anybody's standards is really rough going. It's going to be a big challenge for Owan Coyle because he's been doing good work there, and he's definitely a manager on the up. But to have such a tough start, in addition to that, he's dealing with a squad where, you know, there are a few losses from last season. Almanda has gone, Daniel Sturridge has returned to Chelsea, Kevin Davis, who's obviously been the pinnacle of so much of what they do over the years, is 1 year older. He's now 34, and you do wonder, you know, whether it's going to be really difficult for them to not find themselves in a situation where they're really a bit lonely and marooned perhaps down the bottom of the table after a few games. They
haven't as yet been terribly active in the transfer market, which probably Burnley fans who said that Coyle was making a sideways move at the time are probably feeling quite vindicated.
Well, I think perhaps the thing that Owan Coyle has in his favour is that he clearly has the respect of quite a lot of high-profile managers in the game, and if you look at the fact that he managed to get Jack Wilshere and Sturridge from Arsenal and Chelsea, who are clearly highly rated young players, the fact that he treated them very well and that the clubs knew that they go to Bolton and they get looked after and they get the chance to play good football and develop nicely means I think he's in a very strong position to pick up some good loan signings from some of the top clubs again.
Bolton succeeded with more tackles per game than any other team in the Premier League, which shows that despite this new sort of cultured football that Owan Coyle wants to introduce, he has retained their old battling qualities, which would be very valuable going forward. And then you have, you know, your Mark Davis and Fabrice Mwamba in midfield, with Stuart Holden to come back hopefully in a few months from his awful injury. And when they work it out wide, they deliver good crosses, the likes of Petrov when he's playing and on form, and Chu Young Lee. It helps that they have Davis to aim for, of course, because he makes it his business to get in the end of those crosses. So do you think, bearing all that in mind, they have enough to finish in the top half?
Well, again, I think a lot of it is how they react to their start. I mean, I'm being very presumptuous, assuming that they're going to get tonked by all the sort of biggish five teams, but actually they've pulled off lots of very good results against the big teams in the past. So, you know, they may actually be sitting very pretty with a few scalps and in a position to, you know, to push on. But you've got to be realistic and think probably they're going to have to just grind their way through, get what they can at the beginning, and then if they can lift themselves after that, there's enough that probably will be in trouble below them in the league in the end that they should be able to aim towards sort of comfort in the middle of the table.
Yeah, I think they're in for a relegation fight myself.